What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. This week we are playing a team that I sent in. How convenient. This is the team that I am playing in the PokePod Cup this week. Various battles are going on this week with all that and everything. So I will be recording all of my matches and uploading those at some point. Not sure when or anything else related to that yet. Might just make that one super long file and just send it in, but we'll figure all that out in the coming days. So this is the team I am playing. I've been really impressed with it. Offensive Milotic, Metagross, and Moltres are our main damage output. Support Entei has been phenomenal for all the special attackers running around between Will-O-Wisp and Sacred Fire getting off burns, screens Coco to help ensure that everything can live hits, Electric Seed to boost the Entei's defense even more, and then Comfey to trigger policy, keep everyone healthy with floral healing. This team has been a blast, and I'm really excited to showcase it here for everyone. I have not played a single game with it on the actual Series 7 ladder on Cart. I have only played on Showdown. So now I actually get to see these animations and everything else. I actually get to see my boy Entei in action. So I'm excited for this. I'm going to have a good time, I'm sure. Oh, first up for the day, we have Lapras Tornadus. I'm pretty sure that's Tornadus. I don't know the genies. I know Landorus because that one's really obvious, but the other two I always get confused, so I think that's Tornadus. Amoonguss, Landorus, Metagross, and Incineroar. I blinked on Metagross's name, ignoring the fact that I have one of my own. So let's see. I think they're going to lead Tornadus and Metagross, and if that's their lead, my lead is really simple. Burn the Metagross. We need to hit Will-O-Wisp and we can sweep this game. Past that, what do we want to Dynamax in the late game? Because neither of these are Dynamax targets. These are here to strictly stall out the Dynamax of theirs. I kind of like Moltres. I kind of like Milotic. Milotic kind of gets bodied by Lapras though, so kind of notch against it, whereas Moltres can just power through it. So probably just Moltres Comfey. Yeah, this seems fine. I'm excited for this. I get to show off all the hard work and dedication I put into building this team. And by hard work and dedication, I mean I traded various mons to get the shinies that I'm about to show off. Everything except the Entei is shiny. Well, everything that can be. Obviously, the Moltres isn't because it can't be, but... So Electric Surge is going to go off here. Electric Seed is going to trigger, giving us that very, very important defense boost. And I think I want to just set up a light screen in front of this Lapras. And the question is this Prankster or is this Defiant? Because that makes a very big difference of what I do. And I think the safest play is to just go for a Will-O-Wisp into the Tornadus. Because if it is Defiant, then getting the burn on it is incredibly good. And if it's Prankster, then this can potentially break a Focus Sash if that's what it's holding. And if not, we can just get some decent chip on it. We do see the Dynamax from the Lapras, no surprise there. So if this is Prankster, then we're just going to spam Snarl until their Dynamax is over. We do see that Tailwind go up. But Coco should still be faster than Lapras. No, it's not. That's really unfortunate. Please take this. Coco, you're a disappointment to your family. I'm your family. Well, this puts us in an awkward position. We do connect the Will-O-Wisp, which is fine, I guess. Kind of wish we had gone for a Snarl at this point, but Also was expecting Coco to outspeed the Lapras, but okay. How do we recover? I think we're gonna bring out Comfey and we're gonna click Trick Room. It can live a double. It can live anything but a double up, which is really important here, thanks to the wonderful, amazing Focus Sash. So we're gonna click the Trick Room, and we're gonna click. Am I okay losing Entei? I think the answer is yes. So I think that means I'm okay to click Snarl here, and if they max Geyser into... No, I'm actually going to Protect. Because if they max Geyser into Entei, then I can... Yeah, this is also fine. This does nothing. So they're going to get the Intimidate off. It doesn't do anything because Comfey is a special attacker. Entei has Enter Focus, so it's not going to do anything there. So we're going to Protect with the Entei because once Trick Room gets up, that means that we can get a Snarl off into the Lapras on their last turn of Dynamax. Living that like a champ. We also could just go for a Willow into the Landorus here as well. I like Draining Kiss. And I think I like going for a Willow into Landorus. Sacred Fire's damage is going to be super negligible, so I'm not really worried about that. And Will-O-Wisp has a higher chance of burning than Sacred Fire. Like, with the rain up, Sacred Fire's damage is going to be super minimal. So the question is would I rather burn the Landorus or would I rather Snarl the Lapras? What is a bigger threat to Moltres? I want to say the Lapras. So I think going for the Snarl here is appropriate. Hey, look at you, Comfey. You did damage today, buddy. Good job. Super minimal damage. Doesn't really matter. The thing we care about is that special defense drop. Take out my Entei, please. Thank you. Now, their Dynamax is over, and I can bring in... Moltres. So now we get to play the mind games of, does he click Ally Switch? That's what needs to be running through my opponent's head, because I very well could. The question is, do I really want to? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just go for a Draining Kiss, proc my policy. And get a... So, I need to ask myself... How many turns of Trick Room are there? 4? There's 3 left. So their Tailwind is over this turn. Meaning I should probably take out this Lapras. They have 2 turns of screens left. So yeah, let's go for an Air Slash here. I mean, a Max Darkness into the Lapras. It is going to be at +2. But notably, the Lapras is going to underspeed Moltres next turn. We're not a fast Moltres. That's really important to note. We're not a fast Moltres at all. We are heavily invested into bulk, actually, with a little bit of special attack. Good job, Comfey. You get that health back. Oh no, look at my weakness policy. It's so scary. The big thing here is we're getting the special defense drop on Lapras. So it is going to be able to be taken out next turn, which is really important. Comfey avoids. Don't freeze. Cool. Berserk is going to trigger now, so now we're at +3. And their Tailwind is over. So now I can go Floral Healing into Moltres. 2 turns of Trick Room. 2 turns of Trick Room. I bet they have Metagross in the back. I just have a good feeling about Metagross being in the back. And I think I want to Darkness into the Landorus slot. This is what makes Moltres absolutely obnoxious. Comfey is insane. We still underspeed the Lapras. That's interesting. Not quite enough for another Berserk trigger, but I'm fine with that. The Aurora Veil's done. What do we have in the back? What do we have in the back? Tornadus, which we knew about. Metagross. Ensign. I'm completely fine with that. Oh no, don't intimidate me. You're so scary. So scary. So I think the play here... I really want to ally switch. This is the last turn of Trick Room. I want to ally switch this turn. I want to go for an Airstream into the Tornadus. Oh, I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that coming. That's fine. That's fine. Tornadus is going to go down. Moltres is at still +3. The Trick Room is now over. We're at +1. The Incineroar is at +2 speed. We might be able to outspeed Incin. Notably, the rain is over and our Dynamax is also over. So I think what the play is this turn is I don't think Incineroar can actually take us out. I don't think there's any situation in which Incineroar can reasonably take us out here. So the question is, do I click Ally Switch? Or do I Floral Healing the Moltres? I think the safe play is Floral Healing. I do not want a Fiery Wrath. I want to Air Slash into the Incineroar. Floral Healing lets us play around like a crit Flare Blitz. Burn doesn't matter there. Air Slash not quite enough to take out the Incin. Wonder if this is... No, it's not AV. Obviously, they're eating a berry. Not quite enough to trigger Berserk again. So I'm just going to go for another Floral Healing. And take out the Incin this turn. Notably, the Incineroar is still faster than us. This is obnoxious. I love this. And as long as we connect, this should be a KO. And that puts us on the scoreboard. That is 1-0. I will take it. Now the real question is our opponent's team actually all shiny or is it Gent? It's Gent. I'm not even impressed now. Yep. Koba Berry Amoonguss. Okay. Notably, it was citrus on tornadoes. A little bit of defense and HP. Yeah, this seems fine. Not quite max defense, not quite max HP. Spore, Reach Powder, Sludge Bomb. The way our opponent played that endgame, I would not have been surprised to see a Mungus come out, and they were just waiting on the electric terrain to run out, and that's why they kept a Mungus in the back. Especially with them having one turn of where their Tailwind is not up, but or Tailwind wasn't up, but Trick Room still was. They could have came in and spored the Moltres. The correct play then would have been just to max guard or ally switch and just have Comfey take it, but I think that's fine regardless. AV on the Lando. Pretty standard, not overly impressed there. I love Thunder Punch on Metagross. It's actually something that we have on ours, and I've been nothing but impressed with every time I've got to play it. Parting Shot. Yeah, seems fine. I like their team comp, I really do. I think it's a really, really balanced Lapras team in this format. Them being able to outspeed Coco was really, really scary there, to be 100% honest. Our Coco is spec'd to be 1 point faster than Garchomp, Jolly Garchomp. So let's see. Hard Trick Room from our opponent here. Well, not hard, but Stack Attack of Cresselia is definitely Trick Room. They also have Beat Up with Whimsicott and Terrakion, Urshifu and Celesteela rounding out the team. Question is, do we care about Trick Room going up? Kinda? I kind of want to just Comfey Moltres up front here to prevent Trick Room from going up. This also plays into... See, that seems kind of bad if they lead Whimsicott Terrakion. They can just Tailwind plus Rockfall into us. Metagross doesn't look great here. Milotic doesn't look great. So it's these four. The question is what do I want in the front? I think our typical lead of Tapu, of Coco Entei is just correct. And then come in with Moltres in the endgame and sweep. This seems fine. I don't hate this. Let's see what our opponent does. See if they want to go for Trick Room or if we're doing beat up things. Crest Celesteela. Okay. So this turn, I am going to... What do we want to do? I think I like the idea of just going for an Electro Web. Do I? This probably means they have Urshifu Stack Attack in the back. Which means our screens aren't great. So I think we're just going to set up a light screen and Willow into the Celesteela. It is notably a slower Celesteela. Is that what that means? I don't remember Celesteela's speed tier off the top of my head. I believe it's normally faster than Entei, but I could be wrong about that. So I think the play now, so I want to switch out into Comfey. And do I want to Snarl or do I want to Sacred Fire? I could Sacred Fire into the Celesteela. I could also see Crest switching out. So I could Sacred Fire into that slot. I think that's fine. I think Crest is going to swap here, presumably for Stack Attacka. Gonna take that like a champ, thanks to having the light screen up. Entei's gonna take that like a champ because he is a champ. Sacred Fire gonna come off here. Okay damage, but we get the burn. That's the important part. Lefties on the Celesteela. That's really annoying. What do we want to do? We could reverse Trick Room, but I don't know if that accomplishes anything. Does our opponent anticipate us reversing Trick Room and therefore Trick Room themselves to get Trick Room set back up? Let's ally switch. Let's see what they want to do. And let's go for a Snarl to reduce their damage on the mons they have out here. No switches from our opponents. And I'll Leech Seed into my Entei. And Psychic into my Comfey. Okay. So I think what the play is going to be is to switch Entei out into Moltres, anticipating the Psychic into that slot. Because we need to figure out a way to break through the Celesteela. Because right now this ain't it, Chief. So let's switch into Moltres, anticipating the Psychic. Two more turns of Trick Room. Let's just go for a Draining Kiss into Crest. Knowing that this is special Celesteela is pretty good information here. Slowly but surely chipping away at this Cresselia. Heavy Slam presumably into Comfey. Takes it like a champ. That burn is huge onto it. Moonlight. Well, that's really awkward. Last turn of Trick Room. So I think our play is we can taunt the Cresselia. What happens if we just... What if we just do this and just take out Cresselia? Let's just do this and delete it. This is also going to lower the special defense on the Celesteela, so we can actually do some decent damage into it next turn as well. Gonna get the policy triggered. Now, the question is what do they do? No protects from our opponent, so that's good. Can't heavy slam my Moltres. Sure, you can go up to full HP. That's fine. How much does this do? Literally deletes it. Cool. That is really big for us. And if the Celestial is only damaging attack... Oh, they showed us... They showed us Flamethrower, didn't they? Or am I misremembering? Am I misremembering that? I know they have Heavy Slam. They have a special attack, right? Because that's why we went for the Snarl. Stack Attacker. That's pretty. I don't think we can one-shot the Stack Attacker. So I think I'm going to Ally Switch this turn. To anticipate a Heavy Slam into the Comfey this turn. Just going to Dynamax the Stack Attacker. Well, it definitely can take this hit then. I'm surprised they weren't trying to set up another Trick Room here. Were they anticipating me Trick Rooming to counter their Trick Room? I know I've said that once already, but I legitimately think that's a play here we could do. So the question is what does this Stack Attack go for? That's really good damage. That's really good damage. And we get the special defense drop onto the Cresselia, which is also just huge. They anticipated the Ally Switch. Nice read. Nice read. This better take me out. It doesn't. Thank you. So I think the obvious play is to Floral Healing the Moltres this turn, right? So instead, I think the play this turn is to... I think they anticipate the Floral Healing, so I think this turn we go for Ally Switch. And I think we just take out... Do they... I think they Max Guard. I think they Max Guard the Stack Attacker. So I'm gonna attack into this, the Celestial this turn. This could be... Yeah, okay. Okay, we got one read right. Do they Heavy Slam into the Comfey slot? That is the question. Doesn't matter. Cool. This has been a heck of a game. So Comfey's gonna live through the sand next turn. That's really good to note. So what is your last? And why does Moltres beat it? Waterfoo. I'm gonna protect here. I'm gonna go for a Draining Kiss into the Urshifu. We have Entei and Coco still in the back. How much does this do? Ton of damage. Breaks the Sash if there is a Sash. More importantly, we get out of Sandstorm range. I don't know why I protected Moltres. I forgot. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I honestly expected them to attack into Comfey there, that turn. I expected the attack into Comfey. That's really unfortunate. I think I might have just thrown this game. Just threw it right out the window. They're gonna get a defense boost here. And our light screen wore off finally. I don't think Electroweb is enough to take out the Urshifu. Man, protecting there might have just cost us the game. So what if we go for the Electroweb? And we Sacred Fire into the Stack Attacker. Like, it is at +1. But if we can get a burn, that'd be really big for us. It's also notably at -2 special defense and doesn't have very good special defense, so this Electroweb is going to hurt it quite a bit. They do get a boost from the sand, which is notable as well. Not quite enough to take out the Urshifu. Come on, Sacred Fire. Come on, Sacred Fire. Burn. We got the burn. Okay. So where does this go? That's gonna be enough to take out the Urshifu. I mean the Entei. But if they can't take out Coco this turn, we win next turn. Okay, cool. Okay. Does Urshifu go down to sand here? It should, yeah, it does. So then what we can do is I'm going to protect this turn. I'm not going... I want to avoid missing with Electroweb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect this turn. And then next turn I'm going to set up the Reflect. And within the 2 turns, it should go down. Yep. So we set up Reflect here. And that should be enough to secure the KO. They would have to crit through the screens, but crit doesn't remove the burn damage. Yep. Cool. 2-0. Feeling real good about this team. I've been a fan of this since I started testing it, and it has just done nothing but excel every time I've just, like, if I play tight, this team is insane. I would love to continue battling. Let's get one more in for today. See if we can get into Ultra Ball today. That would be phenomenal. It's tradition. Gotta play Rose when we have our chance. Alright, Nacho, what are you bringing for us? Weezing, Gigas. Okay, this is literally the team that Aaron Zhang was working on. Interesting. Entei looks insane. We aren't going to get our Light Clay, our Electro Surge up until we remove the Gigas. And I think I want Milotic Comfey in the back. On the off chance that they have... If they have Feeny in the back, though, that's pretty bad. Then we're pretty reliant on keeping Coco healthy. So Milotic does not hit the Feeny well. So what if instead of Comfey we bring Metagross? Because Milotic lines up really well against the Colossal Blacephalon nonsense. Blacephalon is going to be faster than Coco. Yeah, let's bring Metagross. I think we got that in. I'm really hoping we got that in. Okay, let's find out. Weezing Gigas. Cool. Pretty Regigigas. I'm a fan of that. So here we're just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp and the Reflect. Like this is a very passive lead. Like that is one thing about this lead for us is it's pretty passive. And I'm interested to see how this matchup actually plays out and what tools we have for it. I believe this is... I want to say this is Life Orb Gigas. Which without us having Electric Terrain up for the... Yep, stereotypical Weezing things, Protect on 1. Without us having Electric Seed up, I'm not sure how much this is going to do if they go into Entei. They go into Coco, which we live because we're a champ. But notably, the Gigas is going to be faster next turn. It is Life Orb. Cool. That's really good to know. And we connect the Willow. That's also extremely good. So now what do we do? I think we switch into Milotic. And I switch into Metagross. I like just double swapping here. If they... Oh, competitive is going to be turned off. That's really important to note. So if they max strike... This is actually not great for us because they can max strike into the Metagross and get the speed drop on both of them. It just goes into Milotic. That's fine. Sludge Bomb into Metagross. So what do we want to Dynamax? I think it's very fair to say that Weezing is going to protect this turn. So I think the play then is going to be to Scald the Gigas. I like just Steel Spiking the Weezing. Even if it does protect, this is still going to give us a defense boost. And it's going to do pretty significant damage to it as well. This Metagross and I go way back. This was the Cherish Ball promo from the pre-order for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It's like, goes way, way back. Are going to get the special defense drop onto both of my mons, but that's also fine. Decent chip damage, that's all that matters. So Weezing should be able to go down next turn. I believe what I want to do is I want to go for a Quake into that slot to give us a boost, our special defense boost. So we have successfully stalled out their Dynamax. We could double into Weezing this turn. We could also go into... I think it's fine to stay with Milotic. Just go for a Scald into Weezing. And go for the Max Quake. Because once we take Weezing out, Gigas not only is burnt, but we also have Reflect up. Like, Gigas does nothing once Weezing goes down. They're going to get the Willow off into the Metagross, which is pretty big. That is really important. But because we doubled into that slot, this should be fine still. Ooh, maybe. I bet this is still fine. Not quite. Not quite enough. But now we get the special defense boost, which is great. So now we're back at neutral. So I think I want another special defense boost here. So I think going for Scald into Gigas and just go for a Max Quake into Weezing. That should be enough. Weezing does go for the Protect, that's also fine. So they've also successfully stalled out our Dynamax. Knockoff is going to get rid of our AV. How much does this do now? Pretty great damage. So going for this Quake actually replaces our AV, basically. Not quite enough to take Weezing out. That's fine. Not quite enough to take them out. That's fine, though. Man, you all are definitely getting your money's worth today with this video. These have been extremely long games. This team is definitely not the hyper offensive teams that I am used to playing, and I think that's fine. I think this definitely helps facilitate the ability to play diverse teams is good. So, like being able to play a variety of gameplay styles is extremely important, especially in a game like Pokemon. I'm going to protect this turn because I could see them knocking off into Milotic, and I want to take out the Gigas this turn if I can. Okay, Gigas protects. Okay. So the question is, what does Weezing do this turn? I have a feeling Weezing protects. So I think I want to... I think this turn I want to go into Entei instead of Milotic. Because if they go for a Willow into that slot, I feel good about my life choices. Like, Weezing cannot touch Metagross. So going for the Meteor Mash to potentially get an attack boost seems pretty good for us. Weezing does go for the Protect. That's fine. Gigas gets Icy Wind? I didn't know that. That's actually huge. That's really good to know. Come on, Meteor Mash one time. Give us that attack boost. No attack boost. Okay. So what does our opponent have in the back? I think it's still important to take out the Weezing here. Being able to remove it means we can get Electric Terrain up. They have Feeny. Okay. Feeny is going to be faster than my Entei, I think. I kind of want to Snarl. Last turn of Reflect. I think I want to Protect, and I want to get in Coco this turn. So then I can set up Light Screen in front of the Feeny. So that Entei can potentially take a hit. It also removes the speed drop from the Metagross on the way back in. I want to see the Muddy Water. How much does this do to Coco? That's the important question here. It is enough to take out Coco. That's unfortunate. But now we can go back into Metagross. And we can swap to Milotic. Thunder Punch the Feeny. Potentially get a Para. I think the Weezing is going to protect this turn. It does. That's good. No accuracy drops. Not this turn. Metagross really doesn't like that. Feeny really doesn't like that. Man. So I'm going to go Scald into Weezing. I think this turn I had to double into Weezing. Hope for a Muddy Water miss on the Metagross. I really, really want to get competitive active in the event that they just continue to sit here and spam Muddy Water. In the event that they get an accuracy drop on Milotic, that means we get the attack boost or a special attack boost, which can severely hinder just how long this Feeny can have on the field. Metagross lives. That's huge. That is absolutely huge for us. Scald not quite enough to take it out, but we do get the burn, which will be enough to take it out. Okay, we also connect the Meteor Mash. So now the Misty Surge goes up, meaning we aren't burning this Feeny anytime soon. But that also means we have Clear Body up again. So Metagross is going to go down. We're going to switch into Entei here. I don't think Entei can... Entei can probably live one Muddy Water, right? It is spread damage. We are pretty invested into special defense. I really want to get a Snarl off. They have Urshifu as their last. Okay. I think this is fine. I think we're in a really good position here. Because we can go for that. We can get a Snarl off. I don't think we're in a great position the more I think about this. Urshifu is really going to hurt. We're faster than Feeny. That's really huge. That's absolutely huge. Come on, accuracy drop on Melodic. Entei lives. That's also huge. That's really big damage. Really, really big damage. I don't think it really matters what Entei clicks here. I'm just going to click Snarl just to be safe. But I don't think it matters. I think they're just going to Wicked Blow into Entei to take it out. Yep. And I bet they click Dazzling Gleam here. No, they're just going to Calm Mind up. That's smart. That's really smart. Not only removes the special attack drop from the Snarl, but also raises their special defense in front of Milotic. And at this point, I don't think we can win in this end game against Feeny since they do have Calm Mind. They're just gonna protect. That's fine. Yeah, they're just gonna Calm Mind up, so we're gonna have to crit through Calm Minds. If we can get a burn, we can potentially win this game. How many more turns of Terrain are there? This is the last turn of Terrain. So I think that means we have to take Urshifu out this turn. They're going to Wicked Blow into us. We're going to take pretty big damage. And then Feeny probably clicks Gleam this turn. I can't imagine they don't click Gleam. I bet at +2, it should be enough to take us out. Yep. Really close game. I don't think I played that completely optimally. I'm trying to think what we could do as an alternative. I think keeping Coco for that end game is more important than I gave it credit for, just because otherwise we don't have a good way of answering Feeny. I also should have known that Weezing was faster than Metagross, and therefore Dynamaxing Metagross in front of Will-O-Wisp Weezing is not the best play. Had we like swapped into Entei that turn and just been able to take the Weezing out, especially since Regigigas didn't threaten us with us having to reflect up, them being burnt and their Dynamax basically being over it at that point, we had no point of trying to out aggro them there. Had we preserved our Dynamax for the late game with potentially like Milotic in the end game, I think we would have been in a better position. And instead, targeting down the Weezing would have been more beneficial for us. I think we played around Protect really well, all things considered, with the Weezing. Like that is Weezing's goal, is to just stall out the game as much as possible to let Regigigas take over. I didn't realize Regigigas got Icy Wind. That's some important tech that I was not aware of. And then in that end game, had we preserved Coco a little bit better, Coco would outpace both Feeny and Urshifu, allow us to just click off various spread damage with Electro Web. Once we take out the Urshifu, we can get a Light Screen up, which also greatly reduces the damage that the Feeny is able to put out on us. Even if they are a Calm Mindset, then I think our end game there needed to be Metagross and Coco to be able to take out the Feeny. Notably, the Metagross also lines up okay-ish against the Urshifu. Granted, they are... I believe that Urshifu is actually spec'd to be able to one-shot non-Dynamax Metagross. So I don't think that's actually correct. Especially now that I think about it. The fact that Entei was able to outspeed the Feeny means that we could have gone for a Sacred Fire into Urshifu. Like in that game that we just played, we could have Sacred Fired into the Urshifu, plus the Scald could have potentially taken it out. And then it's basically a 1v1 versus Milotic versus Tapu Fini, which I think is still basically in the same position we were just in. At that point, though, really, really interesting games. I would want to go back and watch that just to see how we could have played that last game a little differently. But I think the first two, and even that third one, definitely got to showcase how powerful and how mid-rangey this team actually is. You can stall out and turn the corner extremely quickly with Moltres and Comfey, and even in that last game we had Milotic and Metagross that potentially could have swept the corner really quickly on our opponent as well. So that is going to do it for today, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, as always. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live. And to everyone, smash that like button, and leave me a comment down below of what you all want to see done with the PokePod Cup episodes. If you want them split over 5 days, I can do it that way. We can put it all into one video. I am able to do whatever you all want to do. So just let me know, and we will figure it out, and we'll go from there. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day. Peace.